Hello, Jim. Thank you very much for inviting me to your home to ask you some questions regarding the talking newspapers, and I'd like your thoughts on how you think about regarding the talking newspapers. How long have you been using the talking newspapers?
It was just several months.
Is it several months?
Yes. Yes, but my eyesight had deteriorated quite sharply about 3 months ago, so it was a godsend.
How?
Because I used to be able to read my newspaper, and I can't read it at all now.
Oh, right, okay. How's your eyesight deteriorated? What was that with?
That was totally dead, and this one's got, forget the name. Macular degeneration, which is slowly getting worse. I've got an appointment to go to Urquhart's, my optician, in 2 weeks' time.
What kind of content do you typically listen to?
Well, I like the local news, because that's the only way of getting the news now that I can't read a newspaper. I think I got enough of the international and national news and television, so I don't need that in this, but I'm really interested in that. The one thing I'm not interested in is sport, which I know a lot of your male and female listeners, I suppose, but I do like the quiz as well.
Oh.
Yeah, and I like that bit at the end where they're talking about research into eyesight problems. Because they were talking about getting, is it cellular they called it? They were going to take cells out, you modify them and put them back into your body to try and improve your eyesight. That's a game changer. I always like it from a company as well. I always think at my age and my eyesight and carrying that white stick, I've got a great big target on my back saying, mug me, because I couldn't run after you, and I wouldn't recognise you anyway if I got you.
What do you find most valuable about the talking newspapers? What's most valuable about it?
The local information.
Yeah.
Because we heard about that bus crash, because it was in the national news, and we didn't know any details. In fact, they're still quite reticent about details of that man that fell into the bus. I'm assuming he was a Dundee supporter, got chased out of the pub. But the hospital hasn't mentioned anything about what his injuries were like. So I'm assuming that will be forthcoming shortly.
Yeah. Cool. How does the quality of the recording and narration affect your listening experience?
I find the repetition. If they're saying something that happened in the council, it goes on and on and on, and this body said that, and it gets quoted again, and the next body said that, and it's quoted again. I'm saying, just tell me the facts. I know all these people are input to it, but I don't know them. I've no interest in local politics, but I'm actually interested in what's happening. So there was a bit in it, the big circus tent had blown down. That was in the talking newspaper recently. And there's some fraction between the owners and the council and who's going to pay for it and whose fault was it and that kind of stuff I'd never find out through the talking newspaper. So yes.
No, that's good. Good.
Keeps me up to date.
We'll find that when we're recording the newspapers that they all do that. They describe what's happened and then say a spokesperson said, and it's exactly the same word. And it just so happens that that's in the newspaper. But I would like to have a look at that and try and change that. That would mean the news articles will be shorter, but it wouldn't be the repetitive.
Yeah, part of it. Well, you can make them shorter, but also in the first telling of it, you might tell a bit of the background to it.
Yeah.
Because after you get that wee bit and it's stuck in your head, they go round and round and round in circles.
Yeah. Areas where you feel the service could be improved.
Yes, I think information about. In fact, you had one last week. You had a long story about all the new sports and where did it start off? It started off at the, where do you call that place where they used to repair the cars? The 10-pin balloons in it now.
Garage.
The garage. That was news. And even my two nieces, who are still young enough to go out and enjoy themselves, oh, says that's good, Uncle Jim, that's somewhere else we could go. Have a Saturday night if we're going out for somewhere special with our husbands.
Do you have any difficulty navigating the content or finding specific articles on the Talking newspaper?
No, I'm quite aware that big X, the big plus there says skip. So when it comes to something I don't like, I just skip it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just wait and see if I like it. And if I still don't like it, after I think I'm going to like it, I'll just skip again.
How have talking newspapers helped you stay informed about local and current events?
Well, because I can't read newspapers anymore. And I'm the only one in my family that's retired. So I've got a son that works early back and night shift. I've got two nieces who work constant morning shift and back shift. So unless they're coming to see me specifically, or my next door neighbour comes in to see me specifically, but again they're working all the time. They don't have time to come and sit and talk to somebody my age. I mean, they wouldn't come in and sit for 2 hours at an evening just to blather. I'll come in and see them. I'm fine. I've got very good neighbours. And my son and my two nieces just love them.
Yeah. Do you feel more connected to your community because of the talking newspapers?
Yes, I do. Because without it, all these things. I mean, my two nieces were quite excited about that thing in the garage.
Do you recommend talking newspapers to other visually impaired or blind individuals?
110%. Definitely.
About the services in the talking newspaper and everything?
Oh, geez, as I said before, it's a godsend.
Jim, thank you very much for answering these questions and how you feel and your thoughts on talking about talking newspapers and all the service and that. And I really appreciate what we do, especially for you guys.
Oh, okay. Absolute pleasure.
Okay, thank you very much. So if you'd like to find out more about the talking newspaper service, either as a listener or a volunteer, you can find all our details on our website. That's www.arsb.org.uk. And you can give us a call on 073 07 200 135.